Shalom. I'd like to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned from daily. Shalom, Labakarium, Shah, Yasharala to the hopeful elect. This is a guy named Jim. I follow him on YouTube. And, he has some important information that comes out. I like him because he's detailed. He's straight to the point. His videos, as you can look, short videos, but they be to the point. He has a handful of subscribers. What I found interesting was this last video here, uploaded about 13 hours ago. It's a dream that he had, and it's real fitting for the time that we're in, and the alarm that's been ringing that it's going to be a very hot summer, literally. So we want to check out his dream. But before we do that, of course, I want to get to the scriptures. Joel 2:28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions.
Jim here from Storm Warning News, and I just wanted to share this with you. It is a recurring dream. I mean, I first had it a few years ago, and I've been having it again. And in it, I know there is some manner of warning. I just can't describe to you exactly what that warning is. It's a waking dream at times. Right, I'll have sections of it or pieces of it hit me when I'm doing something, working on the computer, driving, whatever I may be doing. Other times I have it in my sleep, in my fitful sleep. But what I am talking about here, it's a recurring dream of sirens and fire apparatus, ambulances. And it just simply, it goes like this. I am outside somewhere. It's during the daylight, and it's somewhere here in upstate New York. I don't know exactly where, someplace hilly. And I hear at first one, and it's the type of warning siren that you would find on top of some volunteer fire stations, not a siren on a piece of emergency apparatus, but one of the sirens maybe similar to an air raid siren that you would find on top of a fire station or near a volunteer fire station. I know many stations don't use them anymore, but some are still in use, at least around here. And at first I hear one, and it's off in the distance, and then I hear 2, 3, 4, maybe 10, 20 of them all wailing at the same time off in the distance. And it gets to the point where I can't really separate one siren from the other because there's so many of them cycling all at the same time, as if 911 had just dispatched multiple fire stations, tens of fire stations at once. Now, in reality, there aren't that many nearby fire stations that would have the sirens. So in the dream, I must be hearing them from far, far away, maybe even more remote places. But it's a very chilling, very eerie sound to hear 20, 30, 40 of these sirens blowing at one time, almost like it was an air raid. And then my position changes, and I'm standing near a road, a rural road, not a city road. And again, I don't know exactly where I am. Sometimes the location changes. And I see one fire truck after another, after another, after another. I see ambulances. I see particular vehicles, SUVs that are black, with no markings. Some are silver and blue, and they're all racing by, and they're all going to one location. I can smell fire on the air, and I keep seeing the word desperation. Desperation. Not meaning for me personally, but there is a desperation in all these responders. Almost as though they're desperately trying to solve a crisis that they know they cannot, solve. It's an emergency that can't be solved. But the eeriness about this is indescribable, friends. First, it's the sirens, like the types of sirens you would have on top of a fire station. And then it's a different location with just tens and tens and tens of all manner of emergency vehicles flying by me as I stand near the road. And then the black SUVs, the blue and silver SUVs, which I have no idea what they are. Are they United Nations vehicles, maybe? I don't know. The word desperation that I see and that I sense amongst these responders, that they're desperate and yet they know there's nothing they can do about whatever they're responding to, but they're doing their due diligence and they're responding to it anyway. I've had this again numerous times over the last several years. Each time is a little bit different, and I know in my spirit that it is a warning. I don't get anything specific from the Lord about what it is, other than the fact that it is a warning. And then I just did this video on the warning of the power blackouts coming this summer 2022, and you know they're coming. You know they are. And somehow I feel like whatever this dream means, whether it's a waking dream or a sleeping dream, and I've had it both ways, this is an upcoming event that's coming very, very soon. Whatever this is. Could it be an attack? Nuclear, perhaps? I don't believe it's anything to do with civil unrest or civil disobedience. I don't think that this type of response would be fitting for something like that. This is desperation. That this is panic. That this is a full-out response to some sort of major tragedy. And the desperation is that these responders are doing their due diligence, that they know there's nothing they can do. Just thought I'd run that by you folks. If you have ever had a dream like this, comment below.
So I'm gonna stop it right there. You know, that's it's pretty heavy. You know, the Lord is showing. He's showing through dreams, coming through these nations. You know, we don't know if he's a Israelite foreigner or not. We don't know, a stranger. But the Lord is making moves on all levels. Let me see something here. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about right here. Let's just go to it. This is Zephaniah 1:14 says, "The great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahweh. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly," as he said. You know, there was nothing that those responders can do. Desperation. These men gonna cry bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of trumpet and alarm. You kept saying these sirens are going off. These sirens. Because yeah, it's going to be a lot of noise, man. A lot of ringing in the air. A lot of bells. A lot of your phones going off, the TV. This is not a test. radio reporting, just running it over and over. And CNN had like a little bit about this, some type of music that they're gonna play as the bombs approach. If you can go on YouTube and pull that up, they actually redid it. So it's a day of alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. All these buildings going down. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, not knowing where to go. They need the answers. And then they're going to see the strangeness of the salvation of the hopeful elect, because they have sinned against Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. And like the Lord said, this thing gonna take place within 1 hour. So just thought I'd share that, man. Want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Chakadash, Shalom.